Hey guys, so this module you are drafting the basic skirt. I was kind of hoping that you didn't need to follow along with a video to do that. Just follow the steps in your book. And by now you should be familiar enough with the tools in CLO. I think it'd be really great if you did try to do it yourself, because that's kind of the goal, is that we want you to fly, right? We want you to design your designs and figure it out and not be like stuck to, I have to follow the video step by step. And so anyways, I mean, I do feel bad. I want to support you however I can. So I am making this video just to show you how I'm drafting it. So you can follow along if you get stuck, but try to do it yourself first. Also, one other thing too, you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. Like, yes, I'm following the steps in the book, but in CLO, there's more than one way to do the same thing. So I'm open to your interpretation and different use of the tools as well. Okay, so I have all my measurements already in front of me. I actually went ahead and measured my avatar, so I have some specific measurements that you might not see in your book. So definitely follow along with whatever measurements you're using. Okay, so looks like a skirt front and back, figure 1. A to B is our skirt length, however long we want it. And then A to C is the length of the hip length. Okay, so we can draw a straight line, or I think it's probably better if we draw a big rectangle, I think is what we need to do. So in order to do that, I need the A to D measurement. And then maybe later on, oh yeah, there's A to H. I wonder if I should draw D to H first and then throw in an internal line that would be A. So, okay. So I'm going to get a big rectangle pattern piece here. This is not an internal line, and I'm going to right click it. Will that work or no? What if I click and, oh my, you know what? I picked the wrong tool. I want the rectangle S. Okay, now I can click, oh dear. Click and drag. Right click? Yes, no? Maybe so. I want a menu to come up so I can type in exactly what I want. No, that did not work. Okay. Let's see here. I guess I could resize it, right? Fine. Okay, I'm just gonna pick this segment and this guy, right click, change length. Is that an option here? There must be an easier way to do this. This doesn't make sense. Okay, try again. I want to do each one itself. What if I click here? Right click. You know what? I mean, I guess I could just click and drag and try to. Oh, you know what? No, yeah. Oh, rectangle. Should I use this one? Okay, I left clicked once. That was my problem. I was right clicking, so I'm so used to having the measurements pop up with right clicking, but in this case, I just needed a left click. So bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the whole rectangle box that I see pictured in figure 1, which would be D all the way to H. So D to A, if I kind of scan through, is measurement number 23 plus half an inch. So for me, measurement 23 was 11 5/8. I'm adding half an inch, and I got 12 1/8. So 12.125, I believe, is 1/8. Okay. And then, but you know what? I actually want to go all the way to H. So A to H is our front hip arc, which is number 23 plus half an inch again. So my front hip arc was 9 3/8 plus half an inch is 9 7/8. So I have to add here. Okay, let's just do this. 12.125 plus, oh boy. Oh, I'm so bad at my math. Let's see here. I have to figure out what a 7/8 is. Okay, I know what 1/8 is. So why don't I just say plus 10, and then I'm going to minus 0.125. That was some weird math for me to figure out the distance from D to H, which that doesn't seem right. 177. Okay, so I definitely did something wrong. Okay. So D to H, so that means A to D plus A to H. So A to D is 12 1/8. Plus 9 7/8, but off the top of my head, I don't know the decimal thing for 7/8. So I'm just going to say plus 10. And then I want to subtract 1/8. So that way I actually only added 9 7/8. 22 inches, that sounds better. So the width of it actually needs to be 22 inches. And then the height, they just said whatever height you wanted. So it should definitely be longer than A to C, because that's our hip depth length. And mine is 7.75. So maybe I'll just say 15 inches, and I can always change that later. That shouldn't matter too much. Okay, so I have this big old giant rectangle, and I don't know what I just did. Oh no. Okay, there we are. Cool, here's my fabric. So now I need to place A. So A is, so here, this is D, this corner is D, and then this corner is H. So the distance between A to D, I think I'll do my add point tool. And A to D is 12 1/8. So I guess I could just right click and type in 12.125. Okay, and then this side is going to be, hopefully if I do my math correct, yeah, it should be 9 7/8. Are you 9 7/8? I think you are. Yeah, it is 9 7/8. Okay, I recognize that 875 decimal point. Great. Okay, cool. So, so I basically did the first bullet point of the length, and then I also did the second one, A to C. Oh no, I didn't do A to C. So I need to do A to C next. Okay. So why don't I take this guy and this one, holding shift, right click, offset as internal line, because we need another line going straight across. And this A to C needs to be our measurement number 25, which for me is 7.75. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And you know what? Maybe I should have done the same thing actually. Instead, I did a little point, but maybe I should have just used an internal line instead of that point. I'm going to do both. So I'm going to right click, offset as internal, and then here I can actually type in 12 1/8. Okay, there we go. Now I have both those lines, so it looks like the illustration in the book. Okay, E to G. Okay, so E to G. So this now is E, and G is going to be up somewhere here. It's not going to be all the way up where D is. It's going to be a little bit lower apparently. So that is our center back hip depth, which for me was 8 inches. So can I select you? I think I just want a point this time. So, yeah. Okay, so why don't I hit add point? And it's, okay, maybe I'll just click a point right here because there isn't one yet. There you go, now there is one. And then I said it is 8 inches, right? So is that gonna work? Oh, great. I don't think that's gonna work. See, it's not even 8 inches. This happens so much in the classroom too, which is so funny. Okay, so A to C was our center front hip depth. To me, it makes sense that the back is bigger than your front on the hip depth because you have a butt. But I think this is like designed for those dress forms that are flat on the back, and that's why this doesn't work. I think it's so weird that the back hip arc is less than the front. That's so weird. Or maybe I have the wrong measurement. Let's see here. Yeah, no, center back hip depth. Sorry, hip depth. Okay, G to E, hip depth. Okay. Is 8, and then what? Well, okay, so the front was only 7.5, so maybe I did mess up. A to C. This, yeah, no, this is 7.5. Yeah, so our back hip depth is longer than our front. And to me, that makes total sense. Cool. Okay. So, well, I guess my G is going to be up here. So I just need to figure out how I want to draw that. Maybe what I'll do, so I know this line here is 7.5 inches. I mean 7.75. Yeah, 7.75. So this should be a 1/4 inch taller for G. So I'm going to select this guy. I'm going to right click. I'm going to say offset as internal. And I guess, let's see here. I'll say 0.25. And I'll say reverse the direction because I actually I wonder if it'll let me go outside. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. Okay. So my G is technically this thing right here. And like I said, I do remember this happening in the classroom all the time because I let students take their measurements in actual human form instead of the dress form because maybe the dress form is just easier and maybe that's a good learning step, but I don't know. Okay. A to H, we have that already. We have everything squared out. They just kind of want us to label things. I'm not labeling it in CLO, so I'm just keeping my little worksheet nearby to reference. So that's done. That's it for figure 1. Okay.